They didn't see.
Thank y'all. I'd like to welcome everybody out to October docket. And as usual, we're going to start off with the pledge. Commissioner Stamps, will you lead us in the pledge?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'd also like to recognize Commissioner Stamps for the opening prayer.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Please bow your heads. Lord, we come to you today thanking you for another day of life, Lord. Thank you for the abilities and talents and skills you've given us. Please help us to make the best decisions for the state of Mississippi and America to move forward. Watch over our young people that we have here today and help them make decisions about their future and ask all the questions they need to help fulfill the destiny that you have for their lives, and help us as commissioners continue to learn, grow, and execute to our highest degree. We ask this in your Son, Jesus Christ, and before his sake we do pray. Amen.
Amen. Speaking of that, Commissioner Stamps, you're recognized to introduce some guests that you have with us here today.
Yes, please be seated, everyone. Mr. Chairman and members and Commissioner Carr, I'd like to introduce Dr. Stephen Vasic, Dr. Jonathan Townsend, Ms. Renee Cotton, Ms. Shanika Kane, and all the students who are here for our Commission and Classroom program. We're trying to forge a path so that our young people can see the things that we do and hopefully participate in this utility space. I'd like to ask Dr. Vasic if he could just welcome and address the body for a second, if that's okay, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir. And you can come up front to the podium.
Come right here, Dr. Vasic. He's been a good friend over the years. We've been working together on a myriad of different issues. We met a few months ago when I had pneumonia, and to start this initiative off, and I just want to thank you for coming, Dr. Vasic.
We're not going to hold that against you. No.
Well, I appreciate that. Look, I thank you for the opportunity to be here. When we began talking about this, it really went hand in glove with what we've been talking about at Hines Community College for a long time, which is our job is to put people to work. And we have some fantastic programs. We have some students here that I think you're going to find are top-notch. We want to find how they can fit into that utility space, that electrical space, that construction space, that we are so important right now with what's going on in Mississippi. And so I appreciate the opportunity for them to be able to see this, but also to then get their questions answered and to hear from some of the companies that are here and see our students. We can build on those relationships. We have a great pool of students from which to choose, and I think you're going to find that we're doing our part here at Hines to make sure that we're meeting the need of the economy in Mississippi. So,
And we do have a jewel in the community college network. I'm a product of community college. Went to Northeast Mississippi Community College. Go Tigers.
that's okay.
That's right. That's right. See? That's we always say the higher altitudes are a little closer to heaven up there. So, but anyway, yeah. So y'all do a great job. You're an asset to the state of Mississippi. Look forward to what Commissioner Stamps y'all are working on. I know there's some lineman programs around the state that contribute to this industry, and it's going to be a huge opportunities moving forward with construction and AI and everything that's exciting on the agenda, on the horizon. So thank you for what y'all do.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Vasic.
Okay. With that, we'll move on to the agenda. We'll start with consent docket item number 1. Do you have a motion to adopt the proposed consent docket?
So move.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to energy agenda, Ms. Myrick, you're recognized to present item number 1, docket number 20, 2012 UN 139.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Delta filed its annual rate regulation adjustment rider on April 30th, presenting the company's historical data for the 12 months ended December 31st, 2024. The filing indicated an allowed return on equity of 10.263% with an earned return on equity of 6.39%, indicating that a revenue adjustment increase of approximately $9 million is warranted. Staff reviewed the Delta's filing along with numerous data responses. Staff proposed several adjustments to the company's filed figures, and on October 13th, Delta and staff entered into a joint stipulation that decreased rate base by approximately $1.6 million and reduced O&M expenses by approximately $1 million. With the reductions to rate base and O&M expenses, The total requested revenue requirement of approximately $9 million is reduced to approximately $7.9 million. The increase in the revenue requirement is mostly attributable to spending on major capital projects, such as the new Pearl Service Center, projects focused on growth and customer additions, and projects focused on system maintenance and improvements. Per the tariff, the agreed-upon rate increase translates to an increase of $3.83 in an average residential customer's bill, lowered from the original $4.28 requested increase by Delta. Staff has reviewed the filing along with numerous data, responses, and supporting work papers. Staff is satisfied the amounts as stipulated are a fair and reasonable representation of the company's revenue requirement, and staff recommends approval of the joint stipulation.
Thank you, Ms. Meyer. Appreciate your work on this. Another Commissioner Carr, you have a few questions?
Yes.
You recognize.
I know y'all have asked for 83 formal data requests, and I asked for some information on their capital improvements at their new office, and I just received that this morning.
Yes, sir.
I would like to dive into that a little bit more. I'm okay with approving it on the stipulation that we look at those numbers of what the cost of that building and that whole site is.
Okay, we can work with you on that.
Okay. No, that's on another part.
Okay. Any other questions? Hearing none, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Excuse me. Do I have a motion to approve the proposed order? Get that in order. Thank you.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
So I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to item number 2. Ms. Myrick, you're recognized to present item number 2, docket number 2013 UN 214.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Commissioners, on April 30th, Delta filed its supplemental growth rider for the 12 months ended December 31st of 2024. And the SGR is designed to encourage industrial development and job creation by providing an incentive for Delta to extend gas service for industrial projects which are not otherwise feasible for the company to fund. So Delta may invest without project-specific commission approval up to $5 million annually. And Delta may invest in excess of $5 million annually, but only with commission approval. So for the 12 months ended December 31st, 2024, Delta invested in no new supplemental growth projects. The total net investment in the SGR, including prior years, is approximately $2.9 million, which results in a revenue requirement increase of approximately $80,000. The rate impact of the proposed SGR is an increase of 6 cents for an average residential customer's bill, and the increase results from a smaller prior period over recovery flowing through the current filing when compared to the prior year's filing. And staff recommends approval.
Thank you, Ms. Myrick. Any questions?
Yes.
Commissioner Carr, you're recognized.
Maybe Delta may be able to come up and answer these questions.
The Delta representative. Come up to the front, thanks. Commissioner Carr, you're recognized.
So in the docket, you have your residential customers schedule 68, and you're going from 2 cents to 8 cents. How many customers is that?
As far as
How many customers, residential customers are there?
it's over 130,000.
How much?
Over 130,000.
Okay.
That's total customers. That's
Total residential.
Plus or minus.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then how many commercial customers?
I'm not sure of an exact number of commercial customers, but it's a much smaller number than that.
Yeah, that's a
total residential.
commercial. And then your large volume. How many customers is that?
About a dozen.
How many?
I believe it's about a dozen.
Okay. The reason I ask is because we're going up about 75% on residential and about 14% on commercial customers, and we're going decreasing down 7% on large industrial or large volume.
It's generally related to the billing determinants, which is a factor of the actual volume used by the customers. So that increase fluctuates based off of the way the filing has occurred historically. And so with the billing determinants, if there's more or less volume used by a particular customer class, it will impact what portion of that revenue gets applied to that customer class.
Okay. What's the total volume of customers total?
It's a little over 130,000 in Mississippi.
Over 130. Okay, my next question is, over a month ago, our staff has asked for information on the commercial and large volume. And as of this date, as of yesterday, we have not received that information.
Yes, thank you, Commissioner. I can speak to that. Wow. I actually have an answer for you today. I got it at about 4 o'clock yesterday, and we had to go back and determine on some of those complaints whether there was a meter error, whether there's any kind of other problem, but we've determined it is just the movement between the customer classes. And another of your questions was on notice. And we have not historically provided notice, but we're having internal discussions now on how to provide notice to customers when they switch in the April timeframe, March-April timeframe to between one schedule and another based on their usage.
Okay.
But I'd be happy to follow up with you on this as well.
Okay, because these are, one is a laundromat. Their bill went up $300, so they got to do something with that extra cost. Either they have to absorb it or they have to pass it on. One is an agricultural customer, a poultry farmer, and he's very concerned because his bill went up $500. And so that's a very big concern there when we're being asked by our citizens and we don't get an answer. That's not looking good on us.
Yeah,
And, we
that's
take
on me.
this-
You can blame me. You can
We
tell the
take it
customers
very
that.
seriously when we ask for something.
Yes, sir.
We would like to receive it in a timely manner. And over a month is not a timely manner.
I agree.
It's very concerning that we still don't have that information. So,
I'll provide you something formal today,
okay.
and I'll be happy to sit down with you and discuss.
Well,
as
you know the questions that we ask.
Yes.
Okay.
Commissioner, a month is too long. We'll fix our processes internally to make sure you're getting responses as quickly as possible, and much shorter than a month.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank y'all. And it is important that we get the information that we need to make the determination that we can. So thank y'all for working with us.
Thank you. It's just our citizens, as y'all well know, we're all citizens in this room. So when things go up, we ask questions, and those questions get bigger as people start talking. And it's very concerning to me that we don't get the information that we're asking for. And I just think it ought to be, as I say, a press of a button. We ought to have that information. It just concerns me, and when we have citizens or customers calling and asking questions, we got to give them an answer. I don't want to be thinking that we're not doing our job. And I know it's difficult times for everyone, and but we're going to have to work better and have a better team. Thank you.
I think you're referring to just overall transparency. And so I appreciate that about our colleagues and what we're trying to do. We're trying to be transparent with the ratepayers and with everybody in the state. And so appreciate the utilities working with us to bring that transparency. So any other questions?
That's it.
You have a motion?
Yes. Make a motion.
Any questions? No questions. You're recognized for your motion.
Hmm?
You have a motion?
Yeah.
Okay. You're recognized.
Make a motion, and we pass it.
Okay.
Second.
We have a motion to table this until the.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah.
And a motion to table this item to next month so we can review the data that's going to be produced by the utility today.
Yeah.
You heard the motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, John. Moving on, item 2. Discussion and possible action of docket number 2024-8037, City of Holly Springs. Do what? Oh, I skipped. Oh, I see that now, sorry. Okay, sorry. Item number 3. It lined up, not number 2, my friend. So thank you, Ms. Meyer. But you may present item number 3 now, docket number 2025 UA 81.
Thank you,
Sorry
Mr.
about that.
Chairman. No, that's fine. Thank you. So Commissioners, on August 13th, Cooperative Energy and Dixie Electric Power Association filed a joint petition for a certificate of public convenience and necessity authorizing Cooperative Energy to construct a 69 kV transmission line and a new 3-way 69 kV group-operated air brake switch and facilities, and authorizing Dixie Electric to construct a new 69 kV substation in Jones County. The purpose of the project is to support the load of a new 2 to 3 megawatt commercial customer and to improve capacity in the areas of Jones, Perry, Forest, and Forest counties by shifting load from 2 existing substations that are reaching their capacity limits. The project will require Cooperative Energy to acquire rights-of-way for the new transmission line, and Dixie Electric will need to acquire land for the new substation. Both companies are currently in negotiations to acquire the required land and rights-of-way. The total affected property is approximately 6 acres. The design of the facilities will begin immediately, and construction is expected to begin within 12 months of the Commission granting approval and should be completed within 24 months. The estimated total cost of the project is approximately $5.3 million, and no negative impacts on rates are expected. Staff has reviewed the filing, issued data requests, and reviewed the company's responses. Interested parties were noticed, and there are no interveners. The company has requested temporary waivers for filing completed engineering plans and specifications and required permits, and staff does not object to the waivers. A breakdown of the cost of the cost estimate for the proposed facilities was reviewed for reasonableness, and no issues were noted. And staff agrees the facilities are needed to improve reliability and quality of service in Jones County and the surrounding areas, and staff recommends approval.
Thank you, Ms. Myrick. Are there any questions? Hearing none, do I have a motion to approve the proposed order?
So move.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Ms. Myrick, you may present item number 4, docket number 2025 UN 83.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Commissioners, on August 19th, Mississippi Power Company filed its annual petition for changes to its Regulatory Tax Recovery Schedule, RTR, pursuant to Section 77387 of the Mississippi Code. This annual tax is levied by the Department of Revenue on all regulated utilities to fund the expenses of the Commission and the staff. The total tax assessed to Mississippi Power for 2024 was approximately $1.7 million, down approximately $58,000 from the prior year's assessment. This filing results in a decrease of 2 cents on a typical residential bill of 1,000 kilowatt hours. The staff recommends approval.
Thank you, Ms. Myrick. Are there any questions?
So it's 2 cents per bill.
2 cents.
2 cents per bill?
Oh, per bill?
Yeah. On the residential?
I think you are correct. I think I misstated. You are correct.
Okay.
2 cents per thousand.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
All right. I'm good.
Okay. Any more questions?
That's it.
Hearing none, do I have a motion to approve the proposed order?
So move.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Ms. Myrick, you're recognized to present item number 5, docket number 2025 UN 85.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So, Commissioners, on August 19th, Entergy filed an application for approval for the agreement of electric service between Entergy and ADP Rankin Data Hub, LLC, which is commonly referred to as AVEO. for Entergy to provide power to the Aveo Data Center facility to be constructed in the city of Brandon and Rankin County. The proposed agreement qualifies as a special contract pursuant to Section 77-335 of the Mississippi Code and Rule 27 of the Commission's Public Utilities Rules of Practice and Procedure. The agreement achieves the necessary goals of a special contract, including that it recovers sufficient revenues to meet the incremental cost of service to Aveo, that it contains a price sufficiently competitive to attract the customer, and that the revenues received by Entergy from the agreement will provide a contribution margin above Entergy's incremental cost of service. The contribution margin will benefit Entergy's other retail customers. Therefore, staff recommends approval.
Thank you, Ms. Myrick. Any questions?
Yes.
Commissioner Carr, you recognize.
So this contract,
I believe that's correct, but you may need to get Entergy to answer if you have additional questions
Yeah.
due to the confidentiality of the contract.
yeah, I just want to clarify that.
You recognize. Thanks.
Commissioner, the megawatt limitation on the contract is confidential. We can, we provided that information under seal to the commission and as well to the staff.
I understand that, but what we're fixing to vote,
Again, the megawatt limitation in the contract is confidential, but the vote today is on the megawatt limitation only. Any additional expansions would be
any additional,
The
they would have.
expansions would be subject to a subsequent vote by
Correct.
the commission
Okay,
under a
that-
different
that's all I need to know.
electric
Okay.
service agreement.
Yeah, this is it's confidential, so
Yeah,
thank you.
I got that. I just, if it goes over that, they got to come back to y'all. That's all I'm trying to.
Correct. Any increase over the megawatt limitation in the contract would be subject to an additional
Right.
agreement.
That's all I'm trying to clarify. Thank
That's
you.
correct.
Thank you. Any more questions? Hearing none, do I have a motion to approve the proposed order?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Ms. Myrick. Good job to you and your staff.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Moving on to telecommunications agenda. Mr. Jones, you're recognized to present item number 1, docket number 2025 UA 0055.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Commissioners, good morning. In 2025 UA 55, Fiber Asset Co. is the Delaware LLC based in Houston, Texas. They seek a CPCN to provide facilities-based and resold competitive local exchange and inter-exchange telecommunications services throughout the state. The company's indirect parent is Crown Castle Fiber, and they hold a Mississippi CPCN granted to them in December 2018. Based on the company's application with its attached exhibits, response to staff data request, its good standing with the Mississippi Secretary of State's office, and further inquiry, of which the commission has been apprised, Fiber Asset Co. appears to possess the technical, financial, and managerial capabilities to provide telecommunications services in our state. Further, the grant of the authority requested would be in the public interest, as the company's entry will strengthen competition, contribute to the development of the state's telecommunications infrastructure. Therefore, the staff recommends the commission approve Fiber Asset Co.'s application.
Thank you, Mr. Jones.
Welcome, sir.
Are there any questions?
No.
Hearing none, do I have a motion to approve the proposed order?
So moved.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Mr. Jones, you're recognized to present item number 2, docket number 2025 UA 0073.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Commissioners, Zayo Network Services in that call's number is a Delaware LLC based in Denver, Colorado. They're in good standing with the Mississippi Secretary of State's office. They seek a CPCN to provide facilities-based and resold competitive local exchange and inter-exchange telecom services throughout our state. The company's parent group, Zayo Group, holds a Mississippi CPCN that was granted to them in April of 2011. Zayo Network Services holds authority to provide telecom services in 23 states with pending applications in 26 states. Their customers primarily consist of wireless service providers, national and regional telecom service providers, and other bandwidth-intensive operations. They do not intend to directly serve residential customers. And based on their applications and exhibits thereto, responses to staff's data request, of which commission's been apprised of other inquiry, they appear to possess the financial, technical, and managerial capabilities to provide these services in our state. And further, the grant of authority would be in the public interest as it will strengthen competition in our telecommunications infrastructure. Therefore, we recommend the commission approves AO Network Services application.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. Are there any questions? Hearing none, do I have a motion to approve the proposed order?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Mr. Jones, you're recognized to present item number 3, docket number 2025 UA0076.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. This is Uplink LLC's application for designated as an ETC designation as an eligible telecommunication carrier within our state. Such a designation would allow them to be eligible to receive high-cost support from the Universal Service Fund for the provision of broadband services and voice to underserved or unserved areas of our state. In particular, Uplink seeks this ETC designation so they could receive, based on an assignment and assumption agreement with Aristotle Unified Communications, Aristotle's RDOF awards and obligations. That Link is a Mississippi-based LLC headquartered in Lyon, Mississippi, and Coahoma County. They're in good standing with the Mississippi Secretary of State's office. They currently provide broadband and VoIP services to portions of Coahoma, Quitman, Tunica, and DeSoto counties, and also to counties in Arkansas. Again, as stated before, Uplink has entered into an assignment and assumption agreement with Aristotle to acquire from Aristotle the RDOF support and related build-out and service obligations associated with 8 census blocks in Coahoma County, which Aristotle was awarded. Parties have filed a joint application with the FCC in docket number WC 25-239 for approval of this assignment and assumption agreement. One of the requirements of the FCC's approval of that agreement is the designation of Uplink as an eligible telecommunication carrier by this commission. Based on Uplink's application with its attached exhibits, the response to data request, they appear to possess the financial, technical, and managerial ability to provide fiber-based broadband service that meets FCC-defined benchmarks and to meet all federal and state and commission requirements for ETC designation to receive USF high-cost support and low-cost Lifeline support. They want to offer Lifeline program too. The interest would be served by this without doubt, them taking over these obligations to provide this service in that area of our state. Therefore, we recommend that the commission approve their application.
Good work, thanks.
Welcome, sir.
It's nice to see a Mississippi-based company expanding broadband to some of the most rural areas of our state. So it's very good to see that. Any questions? Commissioner Stamps?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just like the fact that Mississippians are working hard to provide the service we need for ourselves.
Amen.
Other
Yeah.
people have not having to come here. We're putting the muster together, putting the business together, and the financial tools necessary to provide the things we need to do.
Yep. It's going to be great for that area. So,
Will be.
any other questions?
Mm.
Hearing none, do I have a motion to approve the proposed order?
So move.
All in favor say aye.
Uh,
Oh, I need a second, sorry.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Jones. Appreciate your work. You and
You're
your
welcome,
staff.
sir.
Moving on to water and sewer agenda. Mr. Rhodes, you're recognized to present item number 1, docket number 2025 UN 64.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. On July the 16th, 2025, the town of Tremont filed a notice of intent seeking commission approval for a change in water rates presently on file with the commission. The town of Tremont is requesting a change in customer rates from $14 to $16 for the first 2,000 gallons of use and a change in the variable rate from $5.50 to $6.50 for each 1,000 gallons over that minimum. The same rate will apply to customers both inside and 1 mile beyond the city limits. A total of 387 customers will be impacted by this rate increase. Of this total, the commission has jurisdiction over 120 of those customers. All customers were notified by mail of the pending rate increase. No parties has filed a petition to intervene. A customer using an average of 4,200 gallons per month, which was the rate that the average rate that the company gave us, will receive an increase of approximately $4 per month. After reviewing financial data and other operational concerns, it is the opinion of the staff that the proposed rates are fair, just, and reasonable. The approved rates will allow the town of Tremont to address the rising costs of operations and the challenge of maintaining system effectiveness. This will be the first change in the fixed monthly rate charge for Tremont in 12 years. Staff is recommending approval of this petition.
Thank you, Mr. Rhodes. Did you say it was the same, it's going to be the same rate as inside the city limits as outside the 1 mile area?
Yes, sir.
Is that rare to see that? Is outside the 1 mile usually less than the city?
No, normally, beyond 1 mile is more because it actually costs more
Sure.
to service those customers out there. So this is rare.
Great, and we have seen some where the rate outside the 1 mile is less than in the city.
Oh, well, that's very common because you get into a situation where they can increase those rates inside the city limits without getting approval from you guys. So they don't want to kind of be burdened with the process of coming in and filing the rates. We've got that in Belmont that you're well aware of in your district right now. So
I have a legislator that's not happy with that situation, so he's asking the questions too.
Right.
Why is the rate in the city more than outside of that 1 mile area, which costs more to deliver that service outside that 1 mile? Commissioner Stamps, you reckon?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. One thing that may add to that is municipalities or entities may not be comfortable going through the process on our side to increase those rates, but are more apt to increase the rates that they can more directly impact in a timely manner. So there's definitely a balance to it that needs to be struck before we have rate shock for people outside of the cities.
Commissioner Stamps, I'd like to add to what you're saying.
You're doing a great job at expediting the process and making it better.
Yes.
With the work you're doing now and getting folks through the process is very commendable.
Right. We have tried to make that process not as cumbersome. I think we have probably 5 or 6 municipalities in the Northern District right now that are open that we've been using kind of an abbreviated process to help them through. And we're getting these things done quicker and trying to address the issues in a more effective manner.
Great job.
Yeah, thank you for your work on that, and appreciate the clarification on this one and what we're trying to do in the future. Any other questions? Do you have a motion to approve the proposed order?
So moved.
Do you have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Rhodes, again for your work and the staff. Moving on to the administrative agenda. Item number 1, do we have a motion to approve the September minutes?
So moved.
Do you have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to item 2, possible discussion in docket number 2024 UA 37, City of Holly Springs.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just wanted to bring up for discussion amongst the body. First off, everyone has done an amazing
Kyle, do we
job.
need a motion for that? Okay. Thank you. You're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just want to bring up just to talk about it. We've done a great job from my standpoint of what the work in Holly Springs, the traveling back and forth, the getting things together, the going through the ups and downs, and making some very hard decisions, and that's commendable. They've made a few steps forward up there. I know it's not in my district, but they've made a few steps forward up there, and I just wanted to discuss going forward. I don't want to put them in a position where they have a harder time negotiating their future with maybe finance companies or financial industry folks, or other entities pursuing the recommendations of the Silver Point study, whether it be a sale or a cooperative, or all those things require financial backing from several levels of approval. And I just want to see where we were on the fines, and I don't want to hold them up there. I think they've hired Butler Snow to help navigate this system, all these processes. And I just want to see where we were on the fines so that some of those entities that they're negotiating with can be more, it's kind of hard when you're negotiating something, you think somebody's getting a $12,000 a day fine.
Right.
And just kind of where the commission was on approaching the assessment of that going forward.
Appreciate that question. It has been a long process, and those people, and I appreciate, all the work that y'all have put in on this, because it is a dire situation up there. And to answer the question, our goal is to get them off dead center.
Mm-hmm.
That the status quo is not acceptable. The people deserve more up there. The community deserves more. The state deserves more, and it's hindering economic development, as we all know. Mm-hmm. I think the process, or the pathway that the legislature gave us, we executed that plan and continue to execute it. The fines are there again. I do think it's a culmination of all of it that is encouraging the city to start making decisions to get to resolution. It is up to us if something if they show us that they're going in the right direction, they're starting to provide reasonably adequate service, we can waive the fines, and I think that would be appropriate at the right time to these people that are considering the purchase or a cooperation of some sort, or something of that lines is within our purview to say, because of this good faith effort, you are moving to provide those reasonably adequate service that we're demanding of them, we can waive those fines. And so, I think that's would be proper at that appropriate time. But until then, I think all this is culminating together to try to come up with a resolution. And we do want to work with the city. If they're moving in good faith to try to solve this issue, which I do think they are, then we want to give them the time to negotiate, exhaust every path that they have to get to resolution, to get us to a functioning system with reasonably adequate service as fast as possible. So I'm excited to see what they come up with. I'm glad that they're all working with us. We're not antagonistic to anybody. We just demand that they get this problem solved. So I hope that answered your question.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. It really does. It definitely calms some of the minds and hearts of folks in that area to know that as long as they're doing what they're supposed to be doing going forward, there's hope and not the heaviest of hand looming, but there is opportunity for grace.
Amen. And I do think that's and we have to be steadfast in our efforts, and I appreciate y'all too caring about the people in the north and our One Mississippi approach. And I do think that everything, the path that the legislature gave us, as well as the fines, are really encouraging a path forward. And we'll continue to work work through that process. And I hope the city comes with a resolution plan sooner rather than later, so we can take a look at it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Yeah, I would like to make a comment.
Yes, sir. You recognize?
If they would put forth a plan of what they have done, where they're going to be at, in a month or 3 months or 6 months, it gives us something to evaluate. And I'm sure that we're being held accountable to those citizens that are outside and the citizens that are inside. We just need a plan. They need to present a plan that helps us to make that determination of what we're going to do. It's not much to ask for, because I think that's all the citizens was wanting. It's just a plan. And it's tough times, and I understand that. So if they just give us a plan, that's all I ask.
And I'll piggyback on that, and I don't want to spend too much time here, but the citizens of that district are very concerned that it's business as usual. That a lot of a lot of people have said, we're going to fix it, we're there for you, we're going to do this and that, and nothing ever happens. And I just want them to know, and the city to know, that we are resolute in having a solution to this issue. And I know that all three of us are. And so just know that we want resolution. We want the city to make the right decision to get to reasonably adequate as fast as possible. What that looks like, we haven't heard from them yet, what that looks like. So, we're moving forward with the prescription the legislature gave us. We're not going to let up. The community deserves more. The city deserves more. And most of all, the state of Mississippi deserves more. And so we're going to stay the course, and we're not going to give up until we have a path forward for that community.
Yeah. I support you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. Okay, we'll move on to item number 3. Mr. Jones, you recognize to present item number 3, docket number 2025 UA14.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is a petition of Shabuda Creek Solar LLC for a certificate of public convenience and necessity authorizing the construction and operation of a solar electric generating facility in Jasper County. The staff has completed their data requests in this, and the time is getting right for a hearing and this order of referral before the commission. As has been typical standard practice for this commission, we'll refer it to Commissioner Carr since this project is in the Southern District in Jasper County. And
thank you, Mr. Jones. Any questions?
My comment on that, if we could just table this for 1 month, because the administration in Washington, D.C., with the Secretary of Energy and some of the stuff that's coming out, I think we need to wait and see what they're going to do and what kind of parameters they're going to put on not just this state, but all states. I think we need to be in line with the administration and the energy plan that they're putting forward. I don't want to step out of bounds with what the current administration and what they're trying to do. It's a very, very big concern that we listen to. We don't want to be out of line with the feds on this. And it's very concerning of where our country is going as far as electricity with the data centers. There's a lot of conversation going on that I read about and that everybody reads about. But I would just like to just move this back 1 month and address it, if I make a motion to do that.
Commissioner Carr, it's your district, so we have a motion to table item number 3,
Yes.
docket number 2025 UA14 to next month. Any discussion? Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Before concluding this meeting, I'd like to move to request a closed determination upon the issue of whether or not to declare an executive session. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. My fellow commissioners and I will step out for a closed determination and following executive session, so you do not have to leave the courtroom. Okay, thank you all for indulging us there. At this time, I would like to make a motion that, we are, the commissioners returned from executive session, no action was taken. Thank you, Kyle. At this time, I'd like to make a motion that the scheduling order previously entered in docket number 2025 UN 59, notice of intent of Atmos Energy Corporation to change rates to support system integrity plan and continued modernization of infrastructure is hereby amended by the commission. Will enter a final order in this docket on or before the December commission's scheduled meeting. The commission's legal staff is directed to draft and enter an order reflecting this amendment into the docket. Any questions? Do I have a second to the motion?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Is there any other business to come before the commission? Hearing none, I do have one. Today is October 16th, and it's nationally recognized as Imagine a Day Without Water. Water is something we all use every single day when we brush our teeth, fill our water bottles, or water the grass and plants. Water utilities keep the taps running, protecting public health, powering local economies, and supporting every aspect of our daily lives. It's also very integral to data centers and industry. But what would happen if one day we turned on the tap and nothing came out? Imagine a Day Without Water is an opportunity to spotlight how indispensable water is in our everyday lives and how our health, environment, and economy depend on reliable access to clean water. So today we celebrate that it's a building block of our society and our economy. Without water, we can't survive. And so thanks to all those that provide good, clean drinking water on today is Imagine a Day Without Water Day.
Good fact.
Yep, thanks. No other business from the commission. Hearing none, we stand adjourned. Thank you all.